Hey everyone, in today's video, I'm going to share 5 best practices how to handle an escalation call that comes to your executive. Sometimes escalations may come through your executive's phone line. Sometimes they may come through an email, or sometimes they may just come through the mail. Whatever form it arrives in, you are the first contact with that escalation, and you'll need to diffuse that situation for your executive before you hand them the escalation. And here's how you do it. Hey guys, this is Cherie from The Exceptional Assistant, and my channel is all about the day-to-day responsibilities and scenarios of the professional assistant. So whether you're an executive assistant today, looking for new tips and tricks, or you're new to the administrative role, this channel will be a great source of information for you. I've worked for executive level leaders within the largest corporations in America, from the gaming industry, the banking industry, and the movie entertainment industry. I've had some of the greatest executive mentors throughout the years, and this is my platform to share what I know. Now let's get to the video. Escalation calls are not easy to take, but we certainly can diffuse the situation before we hand those calls to our executive. Let me share 5 better practices, what you should do to calm the customer and to prepare your executive at the same time. The first thing I'll tell you during an escalation call is how important your tone of voice is. Your tone should consistently be pleasant, understanding, and compassionate throughout the entire call. You don't want the customer to be more angry with your executive because his assistant agitated the customer even more by not giving the customer any compassion or tried to rush them off the phone without understanding of what the complaint is and what they've been through. When you answer an escalation call that comes through your executive's phone line and they want to speak with your executive, always first introduce yourself and what your title is. This way the caller understands that you're the executive's assistant and you're ready to begin taking the information for your executive, and this is where you start diffusing the situation for your executive. Most likely, your executive is on conference calls most of the day, so I would instant message my executive that I'm on an escalation call for them and gathering all the information needed. This way they know that after their conference call that they need to return the customer's call. At the same time, I would let the customer know that I'm already speaking to my executive on instant message, and that the executive has acknowledged the customer. What you're doing here is starting to bring down the customer's temperament with your move forward actions. Ask the customer to provide you with what the complaint is and listen to them without interrupting them. Let them speak their truth, even though you may not be in agreement with what their story is. Your task is to gather and research the information for your executive. Be sure to get all the account numbers that are tied to the complaint and any other critical information. Be sensitive throughout the conversation. Don't disagree on anything they're saying. Just gather the information. Before you end the conversation with the customer, thank them for sharing their story, and your executive will be returning the call as soon as they can review the complaint. Also, provide the customer with your direct phone number in case they need anything else. This gives the customer reassurance that someone will be calling them back and that they will not be ignored. Now that you have the critical information from the customer, start researching it quickly of what happened from your company's point of view, such as notes left on the account by frontline employees that spoke to the customer. If the customer provided names of a supervisor or manager that they spoke to, move forward and contact that supervisor or manager to get an understanding of what happened during their call with the customer. Once you've gathered all the facts and all the information that your executive is going to need, you then hand them the customer's name, their phone number, their story of what happened, and your research based on facts and discussions so your executive can review the information and be ready to speak to the customer. I know that escalation calls are not easy, but we certainly can make a difference for our executives and for our customers by being present, by listening and understanding and reassuring the customer that the complaint has been heard and that it will be resolved, and for taking the lead to provide our executives with important information. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, and if you have a great tip to share, leave it in the comments. Thanks everybody for watching. Take care.